So in our lesson today, we'll talk about three things: idioms or idiomatic expressions, simile and metaphor. I will explain each one, then I will tell you about exercise for each one of these things. First of all, we will start with idiom or idiomatic expression. When we use idiom or idiomatic expression, that means that we say something but we mean another thing. يعني بقول شيء وأنا قصده شيء تاني. For example, it is raining. This is very famous. It's raining cats and dogs. If I say it in front of anyone, he or she will immediately think إنه عم بتشتي بسينات وكلاب. But I don't mean that. I mean it's raining heavily. عم بتشتي كتير. Okay? So this is the idiom. I say something, أنا قلت عم بتشتي بسينات وكلاب, but I mean another thing. أنا بقصد it's raining heavily. عم بتشتي كتير. Okay? Examples here. We have sibling rivalry. Sibling rivalry, it's competition between brothers and sisters. يعني المنافسة بقلب العيلة. Okay? So هيدي. The black sheep. إذا بتطلع, I look at the picture. This is a black sheep. If I say to my mother, I am a black sheep, ما قصدي إنه أنا غنمة سوداء أو بنقول بالعربي ابن البطة السوداء. I mean إنه he is different or others do not like him so much. عشان هيك I say the black sheep أو ابن البطة السوداء. Raise a family or children. Okay, raise a family. Raise is usually used for animals. I raise dogs. I raise sheep. بربي غنم. But when I say I use it, parents raise a family. يعني بربوا عيلة. Grow up. Get older. نعرف grow up عم يكبر. Take after. I take after my mother. يعني بيشبه. Okay, be similar to an older family member. بيشبه. It runs in the family. For example, هيدي كل الفاميلي they are shy. بيستحوا. So this thing runs in the family. يعني بدمها للفاميلي. بالجينز تبعوا للفاميلي. بتمشي بقلبها للفاميلي. Now, and now we have exercise. We have to fill in the blanks with one of these idiomatic expressions. بدي ارجع لهيدول and I fill them in the blanks. Okay? Now, the second one is called simile. هيدول the writer uses them to give deep meaning. يعني يعطي معنى deep لقلب الرايتنج اللي له, يخلي الريدر يفكر, to analyze things in order to get the meaning. Simile, or in other words, it's called direct comparison. يعني comparing between two things or two people or one thing and one person using as or like. Comparing between two items. I'm قارن بين شغلتين, but in my comparison I have to use as or like. يعني, for example, she or my sister, let me change the color. My sister is as busy as a bee. Alright, I will give another example. He eats like a bird. So, if I see example number one, my sister is busy as a bee or is as busy as a bee. I used hon as. I can use it one time or two times, it's not a problem. I compared my sister, let me put another color, to a B. So I have three things in the sentence. My sister اللي عم قارنها B بمين عم قارنها and as. Okay, so I compared my sister to a bee using as. قارنت my sister للبي للنحلة واستعملت as. I'm using that أنا as a writer I want to show others إنه my sister is very busy is very active. Okay, لخليهم يفكروا أكتر تكون الإيمج real. I compared her to the bee. Number two. He, let me give him a name, John, for example, eats like a bird. I compared John to the bird, قارنت John بالبird, and I used in my sentence comparison tool اللي هي like. فيني محل like, I can use as. John eats as a bird, it's not a problem. هون I compared John to the bird, قارنت John بالbird, okay, and I used like or as in the sentence. One, I want the reader to think, why is John like a bird? لأنه he eats slowly أو he eats a little bit, بياكل شوي, so he eats like a bird, okay? This is the exercise, okay? Here we have some explanation and we have the exercise. You have to fill in the blanks with suitable thing. You have to fill in the blanks with suitable word that completes the simile. Okay? بدي كفي أنا هيدي comparison هيدي المقارنة. I use a word I find it suitable مناسبة. For example, Jenny was so pretty, she was like a princess. Or, let me check. Or like a flower, or like it's up to you, okay? So we have to continue. For example, she's as smart as a scientist, okay? So now we have to continue the simile with suitable word. Now we'll go to the last one, which is metaphor. Metaphor is similar to the simile. هي أخطى للsimile. There's just one difference. Metaphor is indirect comparison. يعني أنا عم قارن بطريقة غير مباشرة. هون direct لأنه في عندي as or like. So direct أنا بعرف إنه he's comparing sister to be. لأنه استعمل as بعرف إنه هيدي مقارنة. Metaphor بدي قيمة ل as or like. So reader he wants to analyze. في عندي comparison بس it's indirect, it's not clear. So بس لحد definition, comparing between two things or two people or whatever without using as or like. I will give you an example. Okay, ما بدي استعمل as or like, بدي دغري أعمل comparison between two things or two people or one people and a thing. He is a fox. Okay, let me give him a name again. John كمان is a fox. So I'm comparing John to the fox. But I did not use as or like, so صارت metaphor. عم قارن John للfox to show that John is sly محتال مثل الfox. بس ما استعملت as or like in the sentence صار اسمها metaphor. So the difference بيناتهم انه هون I use as or like and metaphor I don't use as or like. So here we have a short story. You have to read it to underline the metaphor. For example, Mom said I was a sheepdog with my long shaggy hair. هون المom she compared the son or the daughter to a sheepdog. Okay, عم تعمل comparison بس ما في as or like, so it's metaphor. So we underline it. Okay, you have to read this short story to underline all the metaphors inside the story. We have more idiomatic expressions. For example, cut the ground from under feet. Okay, يعني I weaken his position. عم حرك الأرض تحت إجريه، يعني عم ألقزه، عم خلي موقفه يضعف. Get the show on the road. يلا فرجينا البلان. أوكي، يعني put it into action. Show us the plan. Think on your feet. Think on your feet. If you see here, أنا مش قصدي فكر من إجري، أنا قصدي make fast decision، يعني think quickly. Think on the spot. Sail through something. Okay, you sail through something. sail هي بس امشي بالبحر بالسفينة، بس أنا ما قصدي هيدا يروح على السفينة. Sail through something to be successful، يعني يخلص حاله بكل الماترز اللي بتصير معه. Tricks of the trade هن الشطاء، يعني الذكاء، يعني تكون to be professional while doing something. Piece of cake. It's a piece of cake. أنا بقول له this exam is a piece of cake. مش قصدي الإكزام هو شقفة كيك. No. قصدي the exam is very easy.
كان معكم دكتور أناون. بشوفكم الفيديو الجاي. See you.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, go.